Feminists don't understand femininity. Want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Again, feminists don't understand femininity. Here's the word feminist. If, these women, modern women out here consider themselves feminist, so for, femininity or whatever. If you ask a random woman on the street or a random feminist, they will say, well, it's feminist, or being a feminist or femininity is being equal to the man, with some dumbass answer like that. We're just about to show you what feminist or being a feminist or what femininity is, what being feminine is. So here's the word, a simple Google search of the word feminist. It says a person who supports feminism, relating to or supporting feminism. All right, so let's get the word it's a tongue twister now. Feminine, okay? It says of the female sex. This is real simple too. Just understanding words or looking up words can cut this stupid ass movement that these women conjured up, which Esau allowed to happen. It says female with feminine qualities, effeminate, feminine. It says woman, female, she who suckles, to suck, right? Then we're not going to get too rated R with that. Woman-like, proper to or characteristic of woman or women. Let's keep going. It says characteristics of the sex that bears children, having qualities considered appropriate to a woman. All right. Effeminate is having female qualities in a bad sense, unmanly. So being feminine means unmanly. But a lot of these feminists out here will be like, we need equality and whatever. And they want to be equal to a man, which is really, in a sense, pushing women to be more masculine. But the word feminine means woman-like and unmanly. It's that simple. So here's the word masculine. Belonging to the male grammatical gender of men, of male sex. So all this goes back to biology and what you were born into. If you were born a woman, you're feminine. If you were born a man, you're masculine. Simple. Okay? Just real simple. It's really, really simple. All right? So, feminists don't understand femininity. And we're about to get the role of femininity here. Okay? This is Genesis chapter 2. We're going to go jump right into verse 20. It says, and Adam gave names to all cattle and to the fowl of the air and every beast of the field. But for Adam, there was not found an help meet for him. So, when you read on down, Yahweh made woman for the man. And the purpose of the woman for the man was to be a help. Nothing more, nothing less. All right? And be feminine or effeminate. Unmanly, but opposite of what the man is. And fulfill her role in that manner. Simple. If feminists would really understand what femininity was, then there would be an order in the household, and it would work hand in hand. In a relationship, one should be masculine and the other should be feminine. Simple. One should be carrying the characteristics of a male and the other should be carrying the characteristics of a female. Two totally separate jobs that when put together can make something work. It's just like when you look at the elements of water, H2O, okay? 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen, when you put them together, you get something that works, water. It's the same thing in this sense. When you get a woman who is in her feminine state and a man who's in his masculine state, and you put them together, what comes out is a relationship that works. Simple. But both parties have to know their role, and they have to magnify their office in that specific role. Feminists don't understand that because they believe equality is what's going to help or make things better or make things quote unquote right, when that's not the case. You need to be feminine, which means not equal to a masculine character, which the feminists push. Oh, we need to get paid just as much as the men. Oh, we need to work. Blah, blah, blah. And you had what in the 1920s, the whole prohibition shit and all that crap. No, you need to be in the house. You need to just be a woman. All right? So here are the characteristics of what a man is supposed to be and what a woman is supposed to be. And then I'm going to get the solution of the matter, or the conclusion of the matter, when both parties play their role according to the scripts. All right? Titus chapter 2 and 1. But speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, in patience. Let's get some words here. So, aged men, this is the characteristics of men. These are adjectives, which the word adjective simply means describing something or someone. So, here's the word sober in the Greek.
Strong's G 3524. Nephalios. Nephalios.
Nephalios. Sober or temperate, it means abstaining from wine, either entirely or at least from its immoderate use, of things free from all wine as vessels offerings. That's kind of not really what it is. You got to pick the bone from certain things. But let's go down to the Strong's definition. It means circumspect. That's a better way to describe what sober is. Or simply put, clear-minded, which sober you can equate to logistics. You have to have a logical mind. Now, when it says in the spiritual sense, when you read this in a spiritual sense, it makes complete sense. So abstaining from wine, which we know what in the scriptures, the word wine in certain cases means philosophy. Abstaining from certain ideologies, philosophies that hold no weight, which really the philosophies in turn are really just opinions that people just wholeheartedly start believing. Okay? That's what it is. But we abstain ourselves from that. And what do? We keep what it says in the first verse. Sound doctrine. All right? And we be sober in those things. Read, 1 Thessalonians, the 5th chapter as well. It tells you to be sober. Grave. Let's get the word grave in the Greek.
Strong's G 4586. Semnos. Semnos.
Semnos. It means venerable, reverend, to be venerated for character, honorable. All right? To be an honorable individual. Also, that word you get, gravity or being the deep. Okay? It says temperate. Temperate is a good one. Read, I want to say 2 Peter's, the 1st chapter. Temperate.
Strong's G 4998. Sophron. Sophron.
Sophron. In the Greek, let me get this real quick. Yep. says 2 Peter 1 and 5, and it says, besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to your virtue knowledge, and to your knowledge temperance. All right. So we have the word temperance, a sound mind, which coincides with the word sober, sane, curbing one's desires and impulse. That's the main definition of the word temperate. It's controlling one's desires, lusts and desires. The word desires means a longing for or a love for something. All right. This is the characteristics of what a man shall have. And it says, sound in faith and charity. And charity covered the multitude of sins. And patience. Patience, which goes into the word suffering. You suffer things. All right. You have more mental fortitude. All right. Because you are a masculine character. These are adjectives of leadership qualities. Okay. That's what a man is. That's what a masculine man is. A leader of, a group, or a leader of society, or a leader of a household. These are the characteristics that a high value man, let me say that, will portray. Not women. So let's go into the women. Verse 3. The aged woman likewise, and this is what your behavior is supposed to be. This is what a feminine character is supposed to be. These feminists out here push the wrong characters and give the wrong adjectives to these young-minded women. Henceforth, a generation of women grow up completely and utterly destroyed in the mental. Feminism really is all about real talk. When I listen and I see a lot of feminists out there, it's really a lot of bashing the men. But when I see what you call quote unquote alpha male video on YouTube or whatever, it's more of guidance for the men and women, because men are logical and they understand men need to fix their ways as well as women. But the ones who are true, and it seems like they bash the women, but the reason why it seems like that, because the ones who are extremely the most out of order are the women, because they're trying to come into the stead of a man's position, which it needs to be corrected. Simple. That simple. Verse 3. The aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, which means separate, okay? Consecrated, not false accusers. If you're not a false accuser, guess what you're doing? You're shutting your damn mouth. Not giving much to wine, and a lot of these women, modern women out here, can drink you under the table. And then on top of that, going back to what we said, they give into these dumb ideologies like the feminist movement, which is an ideology, okay? And quite frankly, it's toxic. But they have the audacity to say that there's toxic masculinity. Well, I'm sorry. When has a feminist movement, when did that start? And then when did masculinity start? Because masculinity's been here since the foundation of the planet. Feminist movement is just something that's been new here. It has no weight, okay? Because it's out of order. It says not false accusers, right? That's false accusing is where it stems off of gossip, which women love to do. Not giving much to wine, teachers of good things. And the feminist movement is not teaching good things to the young woman at all. Verse 4, that they may teach the young woman to be sober, to love their husbands. Feminism, or the feminist movement, is teaching opposite. It's telling women to be equal to a man. It's telling women to be independent and not need a man. All right? That the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. So the feminist movement is a blasphemy in itself. And any woman who is engaged in that is blaspheming the Holy Spirit, is blaspheming the Lord. It's blasphemy. If you're a woman and you're not staying in the stead of being a feminine, and which means unmanly, then you're blaspheming. That's blasphemous. Because that is not your role. You're out of order. It's that simple. It's just that simple. All right, continuing. It says, verse 5, to be discreet. A lot of these women are not discreet. Let's get that word discreet here. Sophron again, and it means sound mind, sane, curbing one's desires, self-controlled. And a lot of these women are not self-controlled. That's why their legs are open all in these streets. All right, Salakia, did I get that? Yeah, I did. Self-controlled. Okay? So it says keepers at home. These women, a lot of the women, modern women out here use the term, I'm for the streets. Yes, you are. Because you're out of order. It says, and it just says good. Just be good. Obedient to their own husbands. And they take the word obedient and submissive and things like that in such a negative connotation. But that's a part of their role. And that's a part of how they become better as a woman. If you're really a feminist, you should be pushing to be a better woman or being a female and not equivalent to a male. The feminist movement brings a lot of confusion to what a role of a woman should really be. And it shouldn't be equal to a man at all, because you're not equal to a man at all. Biologically, spiritually, mentally, physically, everything. You're not equal to a man. There's two different playing fields, and you're not on the same playing field as a man, and rightfully so. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just play your role. Okay? It says that the word Salakia. Okay, continuing. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's it. Keepers at home, obedient to their husband, that the word of the Most High be not blasphemed. That's simple. Okay? So you should be chaste, keepers at home, good, obedient to your husbands. All right? That's simple. And it says to love their husbands, which goes back to Genesis, the 3rd chapter. All right? And going on to verse 6, back into the role of a man, young men likewise exhort to be sober-minded. Again, in all things showing thyself a pattern of good works, in doctrines showing uncorruptness, gravity, sincerity, sound speech that cannot be condemned. All right. And I'll say this, if you're a man that's with a woman, you shouldn't be arguing with your woman, even if she wants to. There's no point. You don't stoop down to that level. Okay. Don't stoop down to that level. All right. Because we gotta keep it a buck. We're still here in America. And a lot of women still have that American mind state. It's not going to go away in a day. If you're with a woman, I'll say this. Yeah, well, no. But pretty much, just don't argue with her. Just be like, all right, whatever. And just keep that shit moving. Because you don't need to explain yourself to a woman. All right? It says that he that is in of contrary part may be ashamed, having no evil thing to say of you. See? All right? Those are the characteristics. That's the role of a man and the role of a woman. And feminists don't understand what femininity is. It's just simply being a fucking woman, man. And a woman is not equal to a man. Simple. There's hella videos out there. You know? Prime example, you got WNBA and an NBA. Tell me what's equal about those two. And then the WNBA women want to get paid the same as the NBA women. Or the WNBA women want to get paid the same as the NBA men. Well, you're going to have the same equal outcomes. You push equality, but you're not giving equality with the outcome either. You want to get paid millions of dollars like these NBA athletes. but you're not given the equal amount of entertainment that they are. So shut the fuck up. You're even lucky we even gave you a league to play in, to be real, because nobody wants to watch WNBA. Let's just keep it straight and keep it a buck. Let's just keep it real. Nobody really wants to watch women's sports. Let's just keep it real. There's women's sports that are going on today, but what are we really talking about? NBA, NFL, MLB, NHL. I could care less what women's soccer or tennis is doing. Or track. I don't care. I don't want to see a woman run a 12-second 100-meter dash. I'd rather see Usain Bolt run that shit in 9 seconds. Which is amazing to watch. You see what I'm saying? It's not equal. You're not, there's nothing equal. And even the sports show you that biologically men are just stronger, faster, bigger, taller, everything than a woman. Just play your role. As women, play your role. That feminist movement, don't listen to that. For the women who do like being under subjection and submissive to your man, you are in the right spirit. And there's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. For women out there who just want to have kids, be good to their man, and be happy, a happy family. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And the scriptures are all for that, because that means you're in agreement with your better half, okay? With your better half. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 1. The scriptures are all for that. It says, "In 3 things I was beautified, and stood up beautiful, both before God and men. The unity of brethren, the love of neighbors, a man and a wife that agree together." Simple. And when a man and a wife agree together, that means they both understand their positions and they have a mutual agreement of their roles. The woman understands that I am a help to this man. I am to build his confidence. I am to support this man. The man understands I am this woman's protection. I am this woman's leader. They both understand that. It's not the woman saying, I am this man's leader in his protection, and the man being, I'm a help to this. That's not how it goes. That's where you get a conflicting clash. And women think they are the protector, they're the provider, they are like it's equal. There ain't no 50-50 in a relationship. At all. You support the man. That's all you're here to do. And there's nothing wrong with that. But these women, these feminists out here think that's an issue. That's the issue. When really the issue is their toxic ass mindset and have the audacity to say this toxic masculinity. No, masculinity's been on the scene from the jump. Not feminists. Okay? Simple and plain as that. Okay? Because when all hell breaks loose and the streets become violent, you feminists are not going to run to another feminist. You're going to run to a man that's full of masculinity and testosterone. And that's a fact. All right? So Lord willing, this was edifying. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Chakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Brother Kashkwan, until the next time. Shalom.